Anybody wanna motherfucking die? Come see, who, me, T, double D, nigga. That's right, that's motherfucking me, nigga. And goddamn if I said it, I motherfucking meant it. If it was fully, I motherfucking spit it. And fuck whoever I offended. Hold on, wait one motherfucking minute. Y'all hoes, y'all know how the game goes. Fuck every day.
Welcome to Gwen Entertainment Television, honey, where I am Gwen, your host. Me and Prostisha are glad to come on here tonight, and I want to introduce my special guests, Miss Cassandra, Miss Kayla, and Mr. Mikhail. These three are going to be our guests tonight, and we have a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about marriage. We're going to be talking about poly and every entanglement in between. So please hold on to your seats because we're getting ready to do this thing. Before we get started on our specific topic, I want to make sure that I give a shout out, first of all, to Brooklyn of Basketball Wives. We do want to give you a shout out. My sister, our prayers and thoughts are with you as she did lose her daughter yesterday. Was it yesterday, today? In a fatal car accident. So, honey, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Now, we're going to get into our current events real quick, and then we'll get on to our specific subject. So, first and foremost, the queen is gone. Queenie is out of here. Liz finally has kicked the bucket. Her reign of terror is over. Now, for the black folks who celebrating and just, kissing her ass, I just don't understand. We'll talk about that another time. But Liz is dead. So I just want to get into a couple of things. So because our thing tonight is about marriages, I want to get into one or two things. So the very first thing that I want to delve into is the whole Nia Long and situation. How do you pronounce his last name?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
He's unemployed.
He has completely fumbled the bag. And because of him, we're going to make sure we talk about this specific topic tonight as far as marriage is concerned, how it could possibly be obsolete very soon, and what not to do. Because Nia Long is literally one of the finest black women to ever walk the planet.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
You niggas never satisfied.
Oh.
And I'm tired. So, with that being said, moving right the hell along, I do want to make sure that I cover, I want to give a special shout out also to Viola Davis. Big ups on the Woman King. And I do want to also give a shout out to the Hotep-tards out there who have an issue with this movie. If you have a problem with this movie because of the violence or because these are the dominant women who helped to enslave black people, then you also, and you're also a lover of the NBA, the NFL, a lover of dead presidents, Juice, and Boys in the Hood, you probably should shut the fuck up. Moving right along. So we're going to get down to the nitty gritty and we're going to start talking about marriages. Now, me personally, I believe that soon and very soon, marriages may be obsolete. And I have a lot of little evidence that I, kind of came across, which would support my statement. But I would like to go to my lovely guest to ask them what they think about the current state of affairs, and I mean affairs, with marriages.
Let's start with the married couple.
You looking at me? So, currently, what's going on?
Currently, what's going on with marriages?
I think that marriage was originally for people of a certain culture. It was a step that they took, but now it means something different.
Okay.
It doesn't mean what it used to mean. My commitment to my woman was before we were married, So marriage is not going to keep you or make you stay. It may be a little bit more tougher to leave, and you may not be leaving with what you came in with or what you made together, but the commitment is what it really is. And then the whole church and state, the marriage license, because it's really a 3-part contract. It's not between you, the woman, and God. It's between you, the woman, and the state.
The government.
Yes, it's the government. Now, you can also have a marriage contract without a marriage license and still have, your mate can have power of attorney. You don't need to go get a marriage license. We got a marriage license, but this is before we knew about all this stuff. But my commitment to my family is my commitment, not a hostage situation by the state.
True that.
Or by my buddy right here. Yeah. So we want to be here, And if you get into a situation where somebody doesn't want to be there, but they're afraid to leave because of the hurdles they will have to jump through and the fire hoops to leave this person, that's a hostage situation.
You talking about alimony?
That's insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, the current state, I don't agree with licensed marriage. I don't agree with that.
Okay. What about you, Kayla?
What's the question again?
What do you think about the current state of marriages in today's society, Western society?
Zombie boy. Okay. Right now, I think it just depends on the upbringing of the individual woman and how she was raised and what she's thinking. I've noticed a lot of women being more Americanized, and they don't believe in marriage. They don't believe in loyalty. They don't believe in commitment. When stuff gets hard, they out.
Right.
I was raised, that's my man, I'm gonna stay by him.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
That's how I was raised, and my mama said, "Kidda, if he's not hitting you, he's not beating you, he's taking care of their bills, you stay last right there, okay?"
But that's not our situation. I'm not that.
He's not bad, thank God, because that's why I didn't marry a Haitian man, but he's Puerto Rican, could be just as bad. But I really just think that it depends on the woman and how they were raised, because there are a lot of women on one side that's like, I don't need no man, I don't want no man. You got the other side that's like, I want my man. I like being independent.
I just don't think even nowadays that a marriage is going to keep somebody. Because it's people that's been divorced or will be in love. Like, Kayla's my second serious relationship. My first one was 6 years, and now we're in almost 9 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I can't be in love every 2 years. You know what I just can't.
Exhausting.
Loyalty is big on me, and I have like a permanent loyalty thing I have with somebody. I'm with you until the end, but once it's the end, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
that's that Libra man.
Listen, I'm a Libra too,
I'm
honey.
a Libra too, so gang. But we real loyal, like, and we with you, we'll hold you down. But once you cross that line, and we in our mind, you're dead.
It's a wrap.
Okay.
I'm a Taurus, and
Yeah.
bye.
So what do you think about marriage?
I think. Hello. All right. Let me switch my position. I really think that the problem with marriage is that when people raise children, they raise them by just providing like life basics, but they don't offer skill set relationship basics. Yeah. So you have men and women out here just figuring it out. They don't have a guide. Nobody talks to their kids about how to find a proper woman or find a proper man. So they're just figuring it out. And, my parents have been married for like almost 40 years. So they talk to us about how to find a proper partner for a mate. And I think that people get married for the wrong reasons, and it's like they don't really understand like the true commitment of marriage. Yeah. And I think they get in marriage and then don't understand the discipline of marriage, which means anything you do is a commitment, whether it's a career, a job, or anything. You have to put a certain amount of work and dedication into it, and you have to be in it 100% or you're not going to be successful. And I think a lot of people are intimate but afraid to be intimate, and a lot of times I think that's the breakdown in relationships. And a lot of marriages really don't need to end in divorce, but it's ego and it's lack of communication.
That's true.
And so they'd rather start over than learn how to push through it. They'll start over with a whole new person, but if you say let's go to therapy, it's no. But they'll go out here and date for 6 months to find a new person, only to really still be broken about the person they left.
And doing the same thing over again with someone new.
I do believe that there are certain boundaries that should never be crossed that people
absolutely
cross.
Like what?
That's unforgivable.
Yes.
Abuse, I'm sure, and pedophilia. Those it's certain things. I can't say what's universal for everybody, but it's certain boundaries that you need to agree on. Hey, we'll never cross this line, because you can't go back, because you can never look at the person the same.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's
trust. Yeah. So for me, I think marriage is beautiful, right?
Yeah.
But I'm also a single woman right now. I just became single a couple of months ago. But there are a lot of married men in my DM. So for me, there is a huge trust issue, because these people are on Facebook and Instagram looking all happy, but they're in my DMs asking me to do stuff on their face. So I this is just it's just so we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty of marriage. So I did a little digging, and a lot of people when they talk about monogamy is very foreign, especially in Eastern cultures. So and monogamy has been foreign for a very long time, and what a lot of people believe is Christianity is what caused monogamy.
Yes.
But that's not it. So, history lesson. Y'all ready?
Uh-oh.
So, back in the day when there were kingships and courtships and villages and stuff like that, the kings used to have wives, concubines, the whole nine. So the kings took all the hoes. So there was nobody else left in the village for the men. Okay? So you know what the men had to do? The men had to leave and go elsewhere to find wives. So then when the kings realized, oh, I don't have any men to man the fields, I don't have any men to be soldiers, they was like, okay, well, we need to implement something so the poor people could have a chance at love, because if we don't do this, we're defenseless against our enemies. People just gonna come in and run amok. I'm gonna lose all my hoes because I ain't got no men in the village to help me do my shit. That is really how monogamy has come into play in marriage. It has always been about money. And I think a lot of people don't realize that marriage is a business venture. True. People get married for fuck love. Let me tell you something. Okay, I mean, I'm not all the way fuck love. I think love is a beautiful thing, but I also think money is very important. So I don't understand. Now, I can only speak for the Black community. Okay? And I know that a lot of people in our community support struggle love. I don't. Okay? I think if you're going to get married, you should get married for money. If he don't have no money, if she ain't got no money, what y'all doing? Poly poverty is not a thing. I don't understand this. So when people try to promote you to be with these people who don't have anything, who don't aspire to be anything, don't do it, because before Facebook, finances was literally the number one reason people got divorced. Okay? And especially back in the day, fathers did not allow their daughters to even get married to you if you ain't have your shit together. So what's going on with this generation? You want me to marry you and all you make is $16,000 a year. What we gonna do? Where we gonna live, Steve? On $16,000. This push for struggle love has got to go. And when you get married, let's say you make $50,000. You make $50,000. That's $100,000. It's a totally different tax bracket. And when we talk about money in our community, the reason why Black people in general face disparities is because we ain't got no money.
Okay.
We ain't got no money. We don't have money to pay people to lobby for us. We don't have money. We're not sending our kids off to be judges and lawyers and stuff like that. So the reason why white supremacy can continue to get over on us is because we don't have the finances to back anything. And this is why Black men, when they are killed by the police, nothing happens, because a lot of our Black men and women don't have life insurance. But I'm gonna tell you something. If all them boys who getting killed by the police had Mass Mutual, what is it? Mass Mutual life insurance? Whatever. If they had it, I bet you these people would be sitting at the board table if every time one of these boys got killed, they was paying out $500,000, $600,000, $700,000.
Yeah.
This is why marriage is important, because if you only make X amount of dollars a year, you cannot sustain a family, a household, get food, have life insurance, health insurance, car insurance, hair, nails. I like all of that, okay? So as Black men and women, I think we need to also hold each other accountable in that aspect as far as marriage is concerned.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, I love marriage. I'm not opposed to poly. I don't think it's for me, but I would never be opposed to the poly lifestyle. Y'all ready to talk about poly lifestyle?
I like what you're saying, like to go on even about what you're saying about, poverty, poly or poverty relationships, because family is business and business is family.
There you go.
If you run your life based off of your emotions, you're not really making sound decisions.
Hello.
You make your decision is switched up depending on what time of day it is and how you feel.
Honey, because if you PMSing, it's going to be somewhere else.
And no one can ever trust you.
Ever.
If you don't have a solid foundation on how you make your decisions, you're not predictable. And we like being comfortable, because I know if this happens, Kayla's going to do this. She know if this happens, Mikhail's going to do this.
Right.
You know, it's predictable, and it's not boring predictable. It's predictable. I know he got my back. I know she has my back.
That's true.
I know if something happens to me, she gonna hold it down and do this, and vice versa. So I agree with you. You know, always need to be trying to build something or moving towards something. And then if you get into emotional relationships, you spend most of your time in that relationship trying to appease each other so you won't jump off the ledge.
Yeah.
Because you'll be great on Monday, breaking up on Wednesday, making up on Saturday. It's crazy.
Toxic.
Yeah, very toxic.
It's toxic. But I just know for me, you know, if I'm gonna cry over a man, I would much rather do it in a Phantom than in a Toyota.
I second that emotion.
So we're gonna get our money up. Okay. And if you need help getting your money up, it's so many different ways. Like y'all, it's 2022. You can make money on OnlyFans, Instagram.
OnlyFans, yeah.
You could sell water on the street. If the little 16, 17-year-old boys are out here hustling, doing $2, come on, you could do it too. Get into the stock market. Now, you know, these people didn't ask me to endorse them, but there is a group of guys called EYL, Earn Your Leisure. If you want to know how to get some money, Earn Your Leisure is the way to go. Like, follow them, get in their classes, whatever. But there is no excuse. You can sell booty if you want to. There is always a way to make money. If you need some help with that, I'll put my email at the bottom. You can email me. I'm going to give this information away for free for now. And then y'all better get y'all shit together because I'm going to be charging. I'm going to start charging.
First 30 people are free.
There you go. Get them. There you go. The first 30.
Free, yeah.
If y'all want to know how to make some money, legal money. And let's talk about this for a second. I know this is completely off subject. First of all, if you went to jail for selling drugs, you are already a business person. I want you to think about this for a second. I would never look down on anyone who sells drugs. Now, I don't like that you're selling crack to our cousins, but the fact that you know how to get your product, you have a target audience, and you know how to get your supply and demand going, and you know how to sell hair, my nigga. Stop selling crack, sell hair. You could sell shoes, open up an eBay store. Just stop selling drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're already a business person, and you know what I'm saying? You're already an entrepreneur. You just got to stop selling rocks. Like, quit it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
That part.
And that's off subject, child. I just went clear off on the deep end. So we're going to talk about something else, male ego.
Let's do it.
All right. So, in today's society, I had to side eye for this. I didn't want to get a shoe thrown at me. In today's society, we get a lot of talk and a lot of slack about women who are boss bitches. Now, I completely understand. A lot of times that comes with attitude. Okay, I got mouth, but if I'm with a good man and he's treating me right and he's taking care of me the way he needs to be taken care of, the way I need to be taken care of, submission is natural. We always talk about that, right?
Yes, it is.
So I think a lot of the reason why a lot of males are in this thing where they want women who have nothing is male ego and control.
Yeah, that's definitely ego and control. I say, when you talk about submission, I say that if I'm an expert in a certain area, leave me alone, let me have it.
Right.
If you're an expert in that area, I'm going to shut the fuck up and I'm going to let you handle it, and I'm going to ride with you. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing is, we want this ship to stay up.
Right.
I think a lot of men just want to be, they don't come from a place where they're ever praised, where they're ever set on the pedestal. They don't know what it's like. And so they go from their mama house to the woman is saying, make sure you clean those dishes before this. Make sure you do this. Did you do this? They turn into another child in their woman's house.
That's true.
And so it's a balance. But I think a real man is not the loud, aggressive one. Even though, I'm a bear sometimes and she let me have it, but it's really just protecting you. I'm a protector, but I know not to fuck with her when she's sleepy, when she's hungry.
Yes.
Like that's, I let her have it. I don't go and try to battle that. I let her be herself. She's sitting here calm and chill right now, but she a firecracker. I let her have it.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Stay counting.
Miami. Now, I do want to say, disclaimer, black men who consistently protect black women on social media and in real life deserve everything top tier. And I mean top tier love, top tier praise, top tier support, top tier gawk gawk 3,000. You deserve it. Okay, so that's my disclaimer. So don't think I don't
Amen.
love y'all, but we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty, because if we don't correct each other, who will? And this is correction and love.
That part.
Yeah.
Okay, so marriage, of course, is a business for us to be able to leverage wealth.
Yes.
That's what it's utilized for. I mean, if you're in love, perfect. But guess what? You could fall in love later. And let me tell you something. I said this a long time ago. I wish that marriage was something that you could renew every 3 years. Every 3 to 5 years. Listen, we not gonna renew this shit this year, and we be free. Like, I think a lot of reasons why, because the marriage rate is declining, not only amongst men but women. And I think it's because it's so easy to get into, but it's a bitch to get out of, and it's expensive. And a lot of men complain that they're left holding the bag financially. I agree with that.
People are getting into marriages and they don't qualify to be in a marriage.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're not going to go from a warehouse worker to a surgeon. Like, they don't qualify. They need to be trained on how to deal with that. It's the marriage, the relationship is not the practice field for that.
It ain't.
Because what you're doing is you fucking somebody up because of your emotional deficits.
Yeah, you're ruining each other.
Flirting.
Yeah.
You're ruining each other.
Yeah,
Just-
you can't keep starting over every day.
Right.
That shit doesn't happen. You know, and again, we make mistakes. I make mistakes. She make mistakes. But it's certain things that was like, that's not that bad. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? Or you allow certain things and not take it too personal, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that person that's beside you is going to be there.
Right.
That's half the battle. I'm not talking about the nigga that's whooping your ass and be like,
No.
let me hold you afterwards. I'm
better
talking
put
about the
some
one
grits on his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I mean, as a single woman, I understand that, because part of the challenge with like dating men is that, as much as, Black men want to, make jokes about our self-care days and our, we take this long to heal from relationships and I'm doing me kind of thing. Yeah. Men were like, you guys need to choose better. So we heard that. So we take time back in between relationships to say, okay, what went well? What did I do wrong? Let me go to therapy. Let me go do what I got to do. So then I feel like women are more in a space where it's like, you know what? If I can't find the right partner, then let me just be single. And
I don't think that a woman should be finding a man on her own.
Right.
I think that her friends should be involved. I think before she gets intimate, her family should get involved.
Absolutely, I
And lead
agree.
them too, because
Absolutely.
if you make a decisions by yourself, like in business,
Correct.
you won't sign a contract just from somebody sending it to you.
No.
You're going to send it to your lawyer. You're going to have your business partner look at it, and you need to
Yes.
have somebody else vet this, because when you
Yes.
thinking with your coochie and your
Your
eyes,
coochie,
Exactly.
that's what
You know what
you're
I'm
thinking
saying?
with. You're thinking with your clap.
I like that you said that, because I literally vet men the same way. So I'm be telling all my secrets here.
Yeah.
But I do put, if I'm seriously interested in a man, I will put him in certain scenarios with people I trust, because as a business owner, sometimes you bring other people to a meeting to look at what's going on because you're in the meeting, but they can tell you what's going on that you're not paying attention to. So I feel like if I put you in a family setting, right, I want to see how you interact with my family or my friends, because that's the beginning.
Yeah.
If you're not putting effort, this is my life. This is the people who are important to me. And a lot of people find that their partners don't put that effort in. So when it comes to, I don't believe you just marry your spouse, right? I believe that your family is an extension, right? So
absolutely.
that's a huge part. So if I marry you and your sister needs something or your mom needs something, then that's my family too.
Right.
But I feel like a lot of people have gotten away from that, and they're just like, well, this arrogance about this, my relationship is none of your business and all this other stuff.
It's really not.
And so you don't have a support system, right? And so like when you're going through stuff, or either you need that qualified guidance, right? That there shouldn't be a situation where like my spouse can't maybe call my father to talk to him. Do you see what I'm saying? So people have gotten into this "you can't tell me anything" space.
It's a slippery slope.
Yes.
I think if you don't have a mature parent,
Correct.
and you got to
Correct.
watch who your audience is. Right?
Exactly.
But if you have somebody that you can go and have those conversations with, and they're unbiased,
Correct.
and they're going, I'll be like,
Yeah.
she.
But your support group is who you would trust. And so you surround yourself and that person with that support group.
Right.
Whatever that looks like for you. Could be aunties, uncles, friends, cousins, anybody you trust. Exactly. And don't put certain people in things that mean you no good.
Yeah, like
And-
thought girlfriends. If you got 5 friends.
Don't do my plus size ladies like that. They don't be bothering nobody. Disregard, y'all.
Right, Mikhail. In the beginning of our relationship, you probably wouldn't even think it. I was crazy.
It's okay. I'm still crazy.
Yeah, so, shout out to my mom and my cousin, Angie, because they really did help me to get my mind right when it came to, because my cousin be like, Kayla, I know it's you. You tripping, cuz.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not, because it's him. Again, my mom would talk to Mikhail and be like, she means well. Mikhail, please give her some time. She loves you.
Oh my
Aw.
goodness, your mom's Haitian, right?
Yeah. So, like, Mikhail, please no. And so, and of course, my sister's here in Atlanta. She was definitely there for me as well. But the two people who kind of got in his ear was my mom and my cousin.
Okay.
Well, my cousin got in my ear. Again, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Iron sharpening iron.
That's
You
right.
have a group of women around you telling you your stuff smell.
Tell me, girl,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
terrible.
Tell me, do I got a bug in my eye? Tell me if I'm doing something wrong, because I want to be on point for this man. Because
Right.
my cousin and mom recognized it was a good man. And it was like, Kayla, you going to lose him if you don't get it together. Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you
And
listened
then
to
I
them
had a
too.
friend from Bethune,
Oh Lord.
and he knows about this friend. She was talking mad crap, and she was like, "Oh, he gonna leave you? Like, my baby dad left me." And I was like, "Girl, I'm pregnant right now."
Girl, whisper in my ear who that is when we
Listen,
finish.
I literally cut her off from there and haven't talked to her, look back since. I might like her Instagram post because she makes shoes and it's
Right.
nice. She bedazzles shoes. I like it. But anyways, but she did that, and that turned me off because I don't need that type of negativity. I need
That's
that
right.
to talk
That's
about
right.
to kind of help you get your game on point. So.
Right.
Absolutely.
Now I ain't gonna lie. I talk to myself, and I
Who does
usually
it?
talk
You know.
myself out of shit with men, but it's okay.
It's a good conversation.
But I'm gonna tell you something. Being digmatized is a very real thing, or coochie-matized, whatever. So when you let your whomever you're courting meet your friends, they can see the stuff that you can't see, because that's why you shouldn't have sex early, because it gives smoke and mirrors, especially if the D is capital and he putting it down.
We
Smoke and mirrors.
We fucked that one up. Absolutely.
You don't put my business out there.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. Let me tell my sister them business. So my sister and her husband.
We together. If it
Yeah.
happened, and then you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
We liked each other.
Yeah, y'all
We knew
did.
each other
We
for
liked
like-
each other.
We knew each other for a minute before anything ever happened.
That is.
But it's okay, even if
The
it did.
people need
Listen,
the truth.
my sister and her husband met at the club. True story. Went home together. Did the do. She woke up the next morning and made him a fried bologna sandwich. They've been married 13 years. I ain't figured out what bologna that is yet, but I will.
It wasn't the bologna.
I will.
It was
It
not
probably
the
was the
bologna.
bologna.
It was the goddamn bologna.
It was a combination.
But you know they said it's good when she make you a sandwich.
She made him a fried bologna
I
sandwich.
mean, I ain't never had a fried bologna sandwich. Like,
We-
I ain't
We
either.
don't eat pork.
we ain't not anymore. Yeah, definitely don't.
Yeah.
But I'm just, it could have been a fried turkey sandwich.
Yeah, it could.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
She's like, it was a very long time ago. I don't know.
Pretty good.
Well, I'm so curious about y'all story. What would you go ahead and spill the tea?
I'm telling everything. Get my.
Sip your drink, KK.
Get my tip.
Well, disclaimer. I was he's my third serious relationship.
Okay.
And when I moved to Atlanta after graduation, I met a guy.
Put no names on
Oh, okay.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And I met him because he was at the hospital. I worked at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
And he was there, had a contract, medical supplies and stuff like that. And I was looking at this dude like, he just flirting with everybody, just a light skin.
I was.
Them male hospital workers be whores.
I was
got
giving
so much
good
swag.
customer service.
Oh, she's talking
Yeah.
about you. Oh, okay,
Good
sorry.
customer service. So anyway, and he said hi to me, I said hi back, and he was like, "Man, you were so mean." I was like, "Because why not? Why would I be nice to you if I was in a relationship?"
For
like
everybody.
this.
Why would I be nice?
I would run into him at church.
Oh, wow.
I would run into him at Applebee's, and I'm like, "Why do I keep running into this man? It's so awkward." to say hi, and we exchanged numbers over church.
Okay.
And I'm like, "Did you get the notes from Pastor so-and-so?" He's like, "Yeah." And that would be literally our conversation. That's it.
Yeah.
Super basic. And then I would see him in there, and I'd be like, and keep it moving.
You
And-
like what?
Oh, do it. Oh, that's that Florida shit.
Like, we so mean. Like, Florida girls always get like, why you can't smile? I know how to smile. I just don't want to smile for you.
Girl, I don't even. I just look at them like this and keep walking.
I'm
Put
cool
some money
with
in my
that.
hand. Cash App, I'll smile.
I love Mean Girls, so that was
He from Philly. He from
I
OJ.
was cool with that. I was like, shoot.
And then I ended up being single, and I went on POF, Plenty of Fish.
Oh, Jesus.
He slid into the messages. I was like,
You was
"What
on
doing?"
POF?
Yes, we was on POF, and he was
Fishing.
like, "What you doing on here?" I was like, "I'm single." He said, "You still got my number?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, hit me up." We talked for a whole month, and then it went flat.
Oh, Lord.
Flat. Talked for a whole month. Flat. And I'm like, "Dude, what's up? Why you not picking up the phone?" Because I'm aggressive. Like, I know what I want. I'm gonna go after it.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? He was like, "Oh, well, you know, at the time he was a single father.
Mm-hmm.
So his son was, when I met him, Jaden was like 2, 3 when I met you.
Yeah, it's like
So when we got together, Jaden was 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, "What's up?" So he was like, "Well, okay, let's link up this weekend." Then he called. Then the day of, he says, "My babysitter canceled on me." I was
true
like,
story.
"Bet." I said, "I'll come to you. You want some wings? You like
Oh.
Tennessee?" I pulled up real quick in my little Toyota Corolla. He upgraded
Yes.
2 times since then. Thank you.
Girl, I
So-
still remember that car you had in college. But go ahead.
Oh, don't talk about my pup. I named that car Moolah after Cash.
Oh.
I love Moolah. Don't do my car. My
She
car
was cute now,
yeah,
girl.
My car got me to Atlanta now. Anyway, so went showed up to him, and we didn't do it that night, but we did the next night, and we've been together ever since.
Come on.
We got together March, found out who was pregnant April, had a
Damn.
December baby,
Damn.
and
Hey, it
and
works.
I gave him 3 boys. So
Fertile Myrtle in the building. Come on. Make them babies.
it
Make
was
them
quick,
babies.
fast, and a hurry.
Hey.
But when I met him, I said, "I want a family." I
And I was single for a few years. I was
You was ready.
but yeah, but I was meeting a lot of women. They were like, they was not with they weren't with it. They were like, just dating.
And it was beautiful women, successful women. I seen some of the girls. Even he introduced me to some of them. I was like, "She's really pretty. What happened?" Shallow reasons.
Oh man, but
Shallow reasons.
I'm sorry, I was.
Don't put that. Don't put that. hurt
Listen,
up.
if men will cheat on Nia Long, I just don't put nothing else past y'all. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Listen, Nia Long is only Nia Long for about 6 months. Okay,
Until she becomes regular.
then she become regular after.
But did you see who he cheated on her with?
No.
Can we put a picture up of the Becky? Can we? We could do put it right here,
I don't even remember. Let me explain that.
bro.
Let me explain.
Please.
You need to explain this, right?
Yes.
A man is simple. He just wants to be treated a certain way, not the way that you want to treat us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll tell you how we want to be treated, and it don't be all complicated.
Mm-mm.
Kayla go and make these like 3-course meals. I said, "Baby, make me a sandwich." I
Aw.
appreciate it. I love it. It's good. She got my husband wait on me like right
Yes,
now.
yes.
But I'm like, I'm simple. I just you there. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? She was probably doing too much. I'm not saying they don't come after me.
Twitter finna get your ass.
He just could have won something simple. Nia probably wasn't giving that gawk 3,000. She was probably giving a gawk 150, and it just
What's the gawk? Are we talking next?
Yeah,
Yes.
that gets.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to make
You
sure.
make noise when
That
you do it.
miscellaneous.
It's not no quiet. You make noise. You gotta turn the radio on. You know what I'm saying?
On the radio.
Look at that.
I'm sorry, is that too loud?
I mean, maybe Nia Long was giving virgin head or something. I don't know. But white girls are known for being head hunters. Maybe the girl used to suck the skin off the man, and that's why he doing what he doing. I have no idea.
But then can we also?
But
say
my
men
thing
don't need a
is-
reason sometimes it's available.
Yeah, that too. But my thing is break up if you're not happy. That's just my thing.
No.
Sometimes it's harder to break up with people. Some people don't want to leave. Some people keep stalking around.
Well, I'm gonna let you know. Me, I'm cut off queen. I'll be like, well, all right, and I will block you. You will never hear from me again. And I probably shouldn't be that way.
I said,
I know.
You gonna go? I'll be right there with you. Whose house you
Yeah,
at?
we ain't not happening with us. we not Jada and Will. She ain't gonna ain't shit happening.
Yeah, that-
But
yes,
we
Damn, not Jada and Will.
We solid though.
And I love
if
y'all.
there's something wrong, we gonna figure. Hey, listen, I feel like I'm right, but I could be wrong. What's going on? Let me know how you feel.
I
Tell me how
love
you
y'all.
feel. We gotta figure it out. And then even if I feel like I'm right, you know what? I was probably a little aggressive on my me flexing that I was right. I apologize. I don't want you to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to feel like I'm the monster. So let's just settle this.
Legit would not let me go to sleep if we don't
'Cause
rectify it.
You should not actually.
I know why I bury shit in my sleep. If I go to sleep
Yep.
or something, it's gonna get worse. So I was like, let's fix it. If you want me, I apologize. You know, I probably seen it wrong. Just what you want me to do.
And that's big of you. A lot of people, I love y'all men, but a lot of men, okay, they say a lot of women don't, but a lot of people, I'll just say people, won't apologize for their whatever they do in whatever relationship.
Oh my.
To help me to hold myself accountable. And I would be like, I feel. He's like, but you're tapping into emotions. What is the logic behind it? What was it?
Oh, I hate when people say that.
About
shit.
And the thing is, with women, we do tend to be a little bit more emotional.
Yeah, we're built that way. We're supposed
Or
to.
the apology. I'm sorry you felt like
That's a BS apology. That's wrong. You know you offended that man. Apologize, shut up, and go suck him up and keep it moving. Like,
my mama won't watch this show.
Oh, shoot. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
like,
Oh, shit.
So cool.
Hey, no, our moms on both sides are dope. Our family dynamic on in-laws is
That is
fire.
so good.
It's fire.
That's so good.
But you need that though. Like I feel like it gives you like rational accountability. Because like my brother's married and like if there's a situation, I'm gonna say this, okay. They'll call my parents, right? So of course my mom is gonna keep both of my parents are gonna keep it real. They're not gonna take sides, but they're gonna help you by asking you questions to help you formulate your own resolution instead of like saying, oh, my son is this and oh my, you know what I mean? So I feel like when you have the proper support group of people who are qualified to really be there, like positively.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say sometimes we need to say, hey, she wrong or he wrong.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Correct. And my mom's like, listen, I'm not co-signing my son if he's got bad behavior. So please understand, like, if he's wrong, I'm telling him he's wrong. Some people, that is never going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's when it goes back to the foundation of making sure you're picking a qualified partner. And I
Right.
feel like people like each other based on boy meets girl, girl likes boy, instead of saying, one, I like you, but are we compatible? So like if you're arguing multiple times a week, y'all are not compatible. Like if y'all think that the struggle love is what it's supposed to be, how do you ever progress? And I tell people like this, I'm like, listen, if you're at a job, right? And I keep it this simple, like with my friends when I give advice. If you're at a job, you have a 6-month cycle review and you have an annual review. The 6 month is to tell you what you need to work on. And the annual, if you don't step it up, you're gone. When you ask couples, what have you accomplished in 6 months to a year? Usually it's nothing.
We have those conversations.
Exactly. But most people don't have those conversations. They have no check-ins. Nothing changes. It's like people have to understand, like, if you have an ex or somebody who says, oh, I miss you so much, that's fine. Miss me from over there. It doesn't mean you changed as a person. It doesn't mean that we have the skill set to be successful together. And I think that's what we're lacking in our community. I feel like a lot of times we're lacking skill sets to know how to be in relationships. So then people just keep doing the same thing over and over, but with different people. So if you're dating Tyrone, you just date Tyrone 3.0, same person, like same characteristics, just different person. And I think that people just blame other people for what happened in a relationship instead of, like you said, like, hey, even myself, like what was my accountability? Like what was my contribution? It's always somebody else's fault. And I even think in society, like even with this coach that had the situation, right? Everybody knew, like one of the people involved is actually married.
Yeah.
Like, so the women who were involved in this,
The lady's married.
they knew he was in a committed relationship, but he is going to take most of the blame for this. But in society, I think in certain instances, we don't always hold the proper people accountable fairly, right? So it creates this cycle. Well, I can create and do bad things with you, but I'm still going to blame you for this. And so they're going to keep doing, repetitive behavior.
I kind of think in his situation, it's a white people thing. Like the white people do it all the time. Nobody says shit. And
They sweep it under the rug.
they sweep it under the rug. But because he's screwing a white girl, and if you know anything about the history of this country, inherently they hate that. They don't want to see black
But I
men.
think he did some other stuff that's not come out yet.
Maybe, but
It's
I'm gonna
worse.
tell you something. There are white men who will not touch white women if they know they've been with a black man. Won't touch them.
Oh, that's a real thing.
That's a very real thing. And I think the reason why that is happening is because he is black, because it's all of them in there hunching and sucking each other. All of them. Okay? Let's just be very honest. It's happening
In a circle.
in a circle. Everybody's
circle.
throwing that ass in a circle in the NBA.
Punch circle. Yeah.
Everybody's throwing that ass in the circle in the NBA. I just think that they're just using him as a scapegoat because people have been doing these things. First of all, let's talk about Brett Favre, okay? Let's talk about Trap King Brett Favre. I hope they put his ragged ass under the jail. First of all, Jackson don't have no good running water, and this wench then took $5 million and spent it on a volleyball. What is it? A volleyball field? Or a field.
Yeah, we need to get up on our what's going on.
He need
I
to
know,
beat his
current
ass.
events. I don't know.
He need his ass beat. Don't even send him to jail. Just put him in the middle of the hood where all these people had to suffer with brown water for weeks and let them beat his ass. Brett Favre need his ass whooped. And that's the other thing. I was really upset at the Hotep Tards when they talked about the Woman King and how they did all this, but they are not upset at the blatant racism that's happening not only with the NBA but the NFL. People have been saying this. They did more coverage on a little boy that stole $36 worth of crab legs than they did on Brett Favre.
Of course.
And another thing, let's talk about the NFL real fast. Why the hell is Rihanna doing the Super Bowl? Now I love Rihanna, but I thought we was boycotting the Super Bowl.
No, they ain't checking their exposure.
Anyways.
Yeah, they
Because she's not finna come out with another album.
And this is why
So-
people can't take us serious. That's all I'm saying. This is like nobody sticks to their guns.
You go to other cultures, like you don't see people messing with the Chinese. They don't
No.
mess with the Chinese, the Jewish people.
No.
I mean, they're the ones that's doing.
Let me
Yeah, they don't fuck with them.
And let me tell you something. We are the only people who say, I'm not finna just buy from them because they black on. Why?
Why not?
Because the Indians gonna buy from their people because they Indian.
Of course they do. I only go to my black beauty supply store. She may charge a little more, but guess what? I understand why.
Exactly.
I sell herbs.
Exactly.
And you talking about the price too high, but guess what? You go to pharmaceuticals.
You go to Whole
Messing
Foods.
you up, and yeah, you giving them money for cheap, but I'm giving you what's naturally healing you.
And that's working.
That's working. You wanna
That's
talk about
working,
that.
yeah.
I only go to my black beauty supply store, and I tell she see my face. How you doing? Yep.
Hello.
Give my points. Hi, mommy. I say hi, mommy. How you doing?
Give my points, Lucy.
Yeah.
Give my
Yes.
5%
And
discount.
if she don't have what I need, can you find this, please?
She'll order it.
She will find it for us.
Exactly.
She'll order it, yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you something else, and I love my black businesses. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm in a situation right now. Now my hair ain't supposed. I got on a wig. Okay, my hair was supposed to be done. Thank you.
It looks good.
Thank you. So I was supposed to get eye tips.
What's that?
You know,
It's a,
extensions. It's like little-
it's like a fusion
Okay.
extension.
I was supposed to get eye tips. Paid the girl my deposit. Haven't heard from her. Bitch, I'm coming to your studio tomorrow. That's just on everything. By the time this airs, I'm gonna be done with her studio. I'll give y'all an update. But anyways, that black business thing is real, and I think that we all need to do a little bit better. And I think
Absolutely.
the rational. I think we are becoming more aware of our power, because I'm gonna tell you one thing:
Yes.
if every black person got their black asses up and left, this country would be crippled financially.
It's a wrap. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. We
And
built
we,
this.
and we keep it. We keep it moving.
Built this, and I want my reparations, because if my ancestors and my dad actually escaped off of a Jim Crow farm. I'm the manifestation of my grandparents' dreams and my ancestors' dreams. Let me tell you this, black people, and we're gonna get ready to close in just a minute. Hear me well. Can you zoom in on me? Let me tell you something. The likelihood of a white person being born is 1 in like 7 trillion. Okay? Times that by 3, that's probably the likelihood of you as a black person being born, because especially an African American who has survived, or anybody who is a survivor of the transatlantic slave trade, okay? Your seed has come across the ocean. Your seed has survived centuries of slavery. Your seed has survived the civil rights movement.
For real.
Why in God's name would you settle for mediocrity? Be the manifestations of your ancestors' dream and strive higher. Do better. Don't just settle for poverty and struggle love. Do better. It's nothing wrong with having money. Okay, and with that being said, I want to make sure I reintroduce my guest, Miss Cassandra. I'm going to let her introduce her business, and you all can follow her on IG. Go right ahead.
All right, so I am a master cosmetologist, and I have a men's grooming cosmetic company called 9hairco.com. But you can follow me on Instagram at Cassandra with an O _Beavers, and you can follow all my business ventures on that page.
Awesome. Okay, getting them in, looking straight.
So I'm Kayla, and my IG handler is KK_holiday. Our business is Synkel Herbs. It's SYNKELHERBS. Please follow us there on Facebook and IG.
Awesome sauce.
My IG is Kelnos, KELKNOWS. And to piggyback off of our herb business, we do wild-crafted sea moss from St. Lucia, different variations. We do male enhancement. We do female fertility. We do, gut health. We have multiple customers that got out of so-called permanent diseases from taking our herbs. We, I've never gotten a bad review from our herbs.
And I'm a walking testimony.
Yeah.
Too.
Yes. We had one customer that had colon cancer, and their panels went down 30% from taking one of our bitter herbs for 2 weeks in our diet plan. So, yeah. And that's Synkel, SYNKEL, herbs.com.
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, I do want to thank you guys for coming and being a supportive system to Gwen Entertainment Television. And before we wrap up, I just want to give a brief synopsis of what we talked about tonight, which is marriage. Make sure you utilize marriage as a business to build wealth. Make sure you steer clear of poverty and struggle love. And as far as marriages are concerned, if you decide you do not want to get married, but you love the person that you're with, make sure you have advanced directives, living wills, life insurance, estate planning with that individual.
Trust.
That way, trust set up. That way, in the event of their demise, there is no secret or anything about who's getting what and who's not getting what.
And the second, you can do a marriage contract. You can do a marriage contract, and you can tie it into a private foundation where you can put all of your assets in there.
Yes.
You can have a will and testament that's attached to that. Connect your LLC to your business trust. Have your family trust own your business trust, and have your private foundation be there to put all your assets in there to reduce your tax liability.
Amen. Yes.
Come on, baby. We building Black businesses, and we are just a few stepping stones in Black excellence. I thank y'all for tuning in to the very first episode of Gwen Entertainment Television. You all have been amazing. I hope you enjoyed this show. And happy birthday to me, honey.
Happy birthday.